Welcome everyone. In this class, we are going to see plant nutrient deficiency symptoms and corrective measures. Plant nutrients are essential for proper plant growth, development, and crop productivity. When plants do not receive adequate nutrient, they exhibit visible deficiency symptoms such as chlorosis, stunted growth, and poor yield. Identifying these symptoms helps in diagnosing nutrient problem in crops. So, in this session, we will discuss the plant nutrient deficiencies, their symptoms, and suitable corrective measures for better crop management. In this picture, you can see the crop which will showing two different colors. The first one is due to the deficiency symptom due to nitrogen. So, the leaves are showing yellowish in color because of the insufficient nutrient supply from the soil. And second one is it imparts dark green in color because of the excess nitrogen supplied from the soil. So both conditions are not suitable for getting a or else getting a better yield. So judicious application of nitrogen or other nutrient is must for gaining better growth and yield. So according to the nutrient mobility, the nutrients are classified as translocated and non-translocated. The translocated nutrient are nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. They are called as a primary nutrient, and magnesium, that is secondary nutrient. So mostly those nutrients are showing a deficiency symptoms in the older leaves, means the lower part of the plant, which is indicating which is differentiated by this red color line, and some nutrients are not translocated to the above part of the plant, such as calcium, boron, iron, zinc, copper, manganese, sulfur, molybdenum. They because their availability to the plant is very less, and their mobility also very poor in the plant. So the deficiency symptoms are appearing in the above part of the plant or younger leaves. So coming to the identification method of deficiency symptoms, so you can differentiate the symptoms by seeing the symptoms appearing either it is older leaves or new leaves. Sometimes the deficiency symptoms will be shown in both older as well as the new leaves, and some nutrient deficiency will show particularly at the growing tip of the plant, that is called terminal buds. So when you are seeing the deficiency symptoms in older leaves, that could be due to nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, and molybdenum. Among these five nutrients, it is very difficult to differentiate which nutrient is producing this deficiency symptoms. Sometimes the nutrient deficiency symptoms are very similar. So to differentiate those things, you have to see some key points, that is whether dead spots are available or no dead spot, as well as sometimes you can check the vein color, either it is a green color or yellow veins. So according to the dead spot and no dead spot, see here potassium and molybdenum are producing dead spots and other nutrients are not producing dead spots. So from this you can differentiate this as, and if not producing dead spot, there are three nutrients. You should know how to differentiate among these three. In that condition you have to see the vein color. If the vein color or remains green, that is due to magnesium deficiency, and if it is shows yellow color veins, that is due to nitrogen deficiency. So coming to the new leaves, means upper part of the plant, it could be due to sulfur, iron, manganese, and copper. Most of the micronutrient as well as the secondary nutrient will show the deficiency symptoms. And when the green vein color is green, it it might be due to iron and manganese, and yellow veins it due to sulfur and copper. So as I told, older and new leaves both are having the same deficiency symptoms. Sometimes that could be due to a zinc, because zinc is recognized as a partially mobile nutrient. Sometimes the nutrient deficiency will be shown in the terminal bud due to calcium and boron. Mostly it is affecting the growing tip of the plant. So in these pictures are clearly depicting the deficiency symptoms of different nutrients. So as we have seen in the previous chart, I said we should know how to differentiate the nutrient deficiency symptoms. Sometimes it will make commotion, so we need to carefully watch the deficiency symptoms. So, like potassium and molybdenum, which will show the deficiency symptoms by producing some dead spot. So, potassium dead spot always start from the margin and it will move towards the leaves. And molybdenum, see here, the dead spot or in the middle part of the leaf and distorting of leaf, wrinkling of leaf. Those are the deficiency symptoms of this molybdenum. So these two nutrients are producing some dead spot, whereas nitrogen, phosphorus, and magnesium, they are not producing any dead spot. The nitrogen always producing yellowing of a leaf, which will start from the tip of the plant. So it will move towards the petiole. So it always producing a yellow color leaf and also uh, invert V-like structure. And coming to the phosphorus, phosphorus always shows a unique deficiency symptoms, that is purple discoloration in the leaves. And coming to the magnesium, so here you can see there is no dead spot. The color changed to yellow color in between the veins of the leaves. And coming to the deficiency symptoms on the upper leaves, mostly the sulfur, copper, iron, and manganese, those nutrients are showing the deficiency symptoms. You can clearly differentiate these symptoms, like sulfur, the complete leaves will turn to yellow color, and copper, some wart are producing here. And iron and manganese both are producing a chlorosis, but the iron deficiency symptoms is referred as lime induced chlorosis because of the calcium carbonate reacting with iron will produce a chlorosis. So the papery white color appearance will be here, but in the manganese the vein remain green in color. The rest of the places will show chlorotic symptoms. Coming to the zinc, calcium, and boron, the zinc, as I said earlier, it is a partially mobile nutrient. So the leaf growing part of the leaves always clubbing, and the internodes also very shorter. So these deficiency symptoms are very typical for this zinc. And the calcium and boron, you can see mostly they are affecting the growing part of the plant. So coming to the next, we'll see one by one how the deficiency symptoms are appearing and what are the corrective measures and what is the role of Newton. First, coming to the nitrogen, they are the they are the main nutrient which will promote the growth of leaves and stems. They impart the green color to the plants, and it is involving in variety of role in the plants such as chlorophyll formation, nucleic acid, amino acid formation, and develop the cells and all. As I told you earlier, that symptoms will show from the tip of the leaves and it will move towards the petiole. So inward V shape it will produce. Yellowing of leaves mostly appear in the lower part of the plant. And apart from that, short stems, small leaves, pale color leaves, and the flowers is the other symptoms of nitrogen. You can see these different dwarfed plant growth is a main deficiency symptoms of this nitrogen, whereas the healthy plant will grow better than this. And corrective measures, you have to apply the nitrogen in number of splits, usually 3 splits we would follow. So yeah, according to the soil test, you can apply 25 percentage of excess recommended nitrogen. And if uh, again the nutrient deficiency symptom is persisting, you can go for some foliar spray application at 1 percentage of urea in a weekly interval. And coming to the phosphorus deficiency symptom, as I said, it's a unique deficiency symptoms uh, uh, which will produce purple color discoloration. So the role of phosphorus is provide fast and vigorous growth and speeds maturity, and it is known as an energy currency of the plant. So it is involving in the phospholipids, nucleic acid formation, and energy transfer uh, reactions. The corrective measures or application of bacteria to the soil, as seed coating or a seed dipping you can do, and application of phosphorus fertilizer extra 15 to 30 kg may help for more phosphorus availability. And also you have to check the pH of the soil. In the extreme pH level, that is more than 8 pH as well as less than 4 pH will make the phosphorus unavailable by the iron, uh, aluminum, and in alkaline soil calcium. They can hold the phosphorus, so it may not be available. So to alleviate this problem, you can apply rock phosphate uh, uh, for the better availability of phosphorus. Coming to the potassium, potassium is otherwise called as traffic policeman because it is regulating the nutrient movement in the plants. It is mainly working for carbohydrate and protein production, and starches, sugars, and oil. Their formation and transfer is carried out by the potassium, as well as it is this main role is disease resistant cell targets. Tomato opening and closing is governed by this potassium. The symptom, the marginal scorching is the main symptom, and the lodging. Whenever the potassium is insufficient, lodging would occur. So we have to maintain the potassium to avoid the lodging of plant. And coming to the corrective measures, 25 percentage of excess potassium you can apply, as well as you can go for foliar spray, and you can apply ash from burnt straw heaps for alleviating from the potassium deficiency symptoms. And coming to the calcium, calcium is a very important secondary element, and it is mainly showing uh, the deficiency symptoms in the upper part of the plant. It is also involving in the enzyme activation and uh, do working on membranes of the cell, and it is a important element for cell wall production. So the deficiency symptoms, as I told, dead stem tips and irregular leaf margin, distorted or curled leaves, and unique deficiency symptoms in the tomato is blossom endradius due to calcium deficiency symptoms. And the corrective measures, calcium chloride or calcium containing foliar spray you can go, and you can apply gypsum based on the pH of soil. In alkaline soil, you can go for a gypsum, and in acid soil, you can apply lime, as well as sometimes apply pyrites to mitigate the effect of sodium bicarbonate, rich water, on calcium uptake. The next element is magnesium. Magnesium helps make fats, and it is being a central atom of chlorophyll molecule involving in the formation of chlorophyll. The deficiency symptom is interminal chlorosis and distortion of leaf, and the deficiency symptoms particularly appearing in tobacco like sandrone, and cotton. Reddening of cotton is due to magnesium deficiency. And corrective measures, the you can apply soluble magnesium source such as calcite and magnesium chloride fertilizers, and you can go for foliar application using magnesium chloride to get rid from the magnesium deficiency. Next, very important element is sulfur. The sulfur involving in root growth and vegetative growth, also it involving in essential protein formation, and it is involving in cysteine, cysteine, and methionine amino acids. They are sulfur containing amino acids. They are producing because of the presence of sulfur, and also it is improving the oil content and oil quality of the plant, means in the mm, oil producing plant. And the onion and garlic odor, that is glycosides, like allyl propyl disulfide, is due to the presence of sulfur there. And also onion pungency, that is due to sulfur. The deficiency symptom is light green with the light colored veins is the deficiency symptoms. The entire leaf will turns to yellow color. So it is resembles to nitrogen, but they are appearing in the younger uh, leaves, not in the older leaves. So chlorosis, stunting and downward bending of the leaf is the deficiency symptoms of sulfur. You can clearly see in these deficiency symptoms in a tea crop, that is tea yellow deficiency symptoms. The corrective measures, you can go for 40 to 60 percentage of the sulfur contained in straw. So uh, you should not burn the straw material. You have to incorporate it into the soil for better retaining of sulfur. And dry tillage to increase the rate of sulfide oxidation, because sulfur are available in different forms. So maintain the sulfur, you can go for dry tillage, and as well as you can apply 15 to 20 kg of sulfur, gives a residual effect. So in your subsequent dry scrub, that through that you can uh, manage the sulfur deficiency symptoms in the soil. Next, iron. This is also very important uh, micronutrient which will show the deficiency symptoms widely. The role of iron is, it is mainly for essential chlorophyll production. By seeing this image, you can see in this image is not showing any chlorophylls because of the deficiency of iron. And cytochrome peroxidase catalyze and pyridoxine, the main as well as the catalyst for chlorophyll synthesis, activator of coenzymes. This iron is acting as a catalyst, means increasing the speed of reaction. The symptoms are stunted growth, then intervenal chlorosis. This chlorosis is called intervenal chlorosis or Lyme-induced chlorosis. If it is due to lime or calcium carbonate, the chlorosis is called Lyme-induced chlorosis. Corrective measures: apply solid iron sulfate. You can go for foliar application. Then acidifying fertilizer you can apply to manage the iron deficiency from the soil. And coming to the zinc deficiency, it helps in plant metabolism function, aids in reproduction, biosynthesis of oxygen, and enzymes such as carbonic anhydrase, glutamic dehydrogenase, and alcohol dehydrogenase are activated by this zinc. And the symptoms, you can see the new leaves are thick and small. This zinc is referred as partially mobile and partially immobile. So it's showing a deficiency symptoms both in the older leaves and younger leaves. The shortened internodes. Here you can see the spacing between the nodes are very, very small. So it is also producing chlorosis and necrosis. Some crops are producing very specific deficiency symptoms due to this zinc deficiency, like a Kaira in paddy, and in maize white bud, little leaf, or the specific symptoms. Then corrective measures: broadcast zinc sulfate in nursery seedbed, and dip seedling before planting as a 2 to 4 percentage of zinc oxide solution. And apart from that, you can apply zinc sulfate fertilizer and green manure, enriched farmyard manure, and zinc chelates, zinc EDTA formed fertilizer you can apply for better absorption by the plant. Coming to the copper, copper is involving in the respiration process of the plant, and it is an important constituent, enzyme and coenzyme used as a fungicide. And symptoms, if you see deficiency symptoms, include young leaves are very small and permanently wilted. Chlorosis is also another indication of copper deficiency symptoms, and spotting and gummosis. You can see some wart-like symptoms on the fruits, and the gummosis on this fruit is due to the copper deficiency. Exanthema or dieback appear in citrus, plum, and apple, and the lateral shoots are appearing very bunchy. Longitudinal breaks on bark. The bark will get broken, splitting because of this copper and gumming. See here. Corrective measures: avoid overliming of acid soil. If you do, the copper deficiency symptoms will appear because of the copper uptake is reduced. And dip seedling in 1% of copper sulfate before planting. And copper deficient soil, apply copper sulfate in your 5 year interval, or whenever you are doing a cropping, you can apply copper. And next element is manganese. Manganese helps in nitrogen transformation and nitrogen metabolism because they are having synergistic effect, and it is also functioning as enzyme activator and involving in respiration. The symptoms are intervenal chlorosis, yellow spots, upward curling of blade margin. You see here the blade margin itself shows upward curling, marshy spot in peas. You might have seen these kind of spots and in the seeds, that is due to manganese. And another deficiency symptoms you can clearly seen in sugarcane, that is pala blight. The corrective measures, manganese sulfate you can apply or else through the soil or else through the foliar spray. And when you are use acid forming fertilizer like ammonium sulfate instead of urea will make manganese available in the soil. Coming to the boron, the main role is water absorption by roots. It will affect when boron is deficient. A translocation of sugars, pollen germination, and cellular differentiation are governed by this boron. The symptoms are short, thickened stem tips, and the younger leaves of terminal buds are light green, and base leaves become twisted and die. Death of shoot tip and malformation, cracking, bending, and splitting of fruits. Whenever you are seeing the cracking, bending, and splitting in the fruits, you can clearly say it is a boron deficiency. And irregular seed setting, you see here the seed setting in maize, it is very irregular. And in grapes, you can see one fruit is very big, another fruit is very small. It is called hen and chick in grapes. And this in groundnut, hollow heart is another deficient symptoms, and in sugar beet, heart rot. So for this, you can go for borons in soluble form, in the form of borax fertilizer, as well as you can apply through foliar application of a boron based fertilizer. And coming to the molybdenum involving in the reproduction, cofactor nutrient of enzyme, nitrate reductase and nitrogenase are governed by molybdenum. And the deficiency symptoms you can see stunted growth, leaf margin burn. Leaf margin burn already we have seen in potassium, that leaf that is appearing in the older leaves, and it is appearing in the younger leaves. And other symptoms are interminal chlorosis, marginal necrosis, folding of leaves, whiptail in cauliflower. The cauliflower leaves or looks very tail in nature, so that it is called a whiptail in cauliflower is the specific symptom of molybdenum. The corrective measures, liming to bring pH above 5.5, because the molybdenum is the only nutrient which is available in alkaline condition, means among the micronutrients. The other micronutrients are available in acid conditions, so that you have to maintain the pH above 5.5 for the better availability of nutrient. Thank you.